What I see very often in my client is that the leadership supports and promotes innovation. Guys, let's innovate. Let's improve how we do stuff. Let's think how can we serve better our customers. Let's build something new. Leadership support and enthusiasm of the people is very important, but it's not enough. In order to succeed in change, you need 3 M's: mindset, motivation, and the third one is method. And design thinking is a method. It's a cookbook of customer-centric innovation. It's a way of thinking, but mainly a way of doing innovation that people can learn and follow. Steve Jobs used to say, design is not just how things look, it's how they work. A designer is someone that designs products, systems that solve problems and fulfill needs of their users, of their customers. A good example of a designer is an architect. If you want to build a house, a good architect asks you, how do you live? Who will be living with you? What do you do every day? What are the problems you have? And how is your life every day? What do you value? What are your dreams? What are your desires? Then the architect starts sketching and prototyping and works with you closely just to make sure the house will be amazing. Some designers design products that are beautiful and spark emotion. Some designers focus more on products that are practical and easy to use, but they all think the same. Can we use the way how designers think and apply the same way to solve our business problems? Someone asked many years ago, and people tried, and it works. Central role in using and promoting design thinking has the consulting company IDEO and Stanford Design School. IDEO started with projects like helping Apple design a first practical computer mouse. Now they work with companies to design experiences, such as redesigning customer experiences. They also work with non-profits. They use the same design thinking to redesign Los Angeles voting system, schools in South America, or they design super affordable incubators for hospitals in Africa. The thinking process is the same, and you can use it to improve an experience of your own customer. The Stanford Design School breaks down the design thinking process into 5 stages. First is ideation. In this phase, you need to understand your customer, what they value, maybe what they struggle with, what they need, what are their dreams, what are their desires. It's not always a simple process. Henry Ford famously said, if I ask my customers what they need, they would tell me they want faster horses. So, in the empathy phase, you need to really understand your customer deeply by using tools like empathic interviews, but also spending time with them, maybe observing how they solve the daily challenges or the challenges you are striving to improve. Just like understanding what they do, what they value, what problems they face, how they use the products and services for their work. The second step is define. The goal of this step is to find patterns in what you learned about the customer. What they have in common, what is different between different people, what are the different types of customers. The goal of this phase is choose which problems or need that customer really have you want to innovate in the next phase. Third phase is the ideation phase. Now you take what you know and generate as many ideas as possible that would solve the customer's problem or give him his needs or desires. You can use various creativity methods for that. Then comes the fourth phase, prototyping. Now you choose several of the most promising ideas from the ideation phase and make a quick and dirty concept of your product. You can use pen and paper to draft a new digital app, new product, or a storyboard, how the new service will look like, or you can role play it. You can also use digital fancy tools for that, there are a lot of them, but that is often not needed in the first stages. Pen and pencil and a paper is very often enough. When IDEO designed the mouse for Apple, they used an empty margarine box and a deodorant stick to test the idea with customers. Fifth phase is a testing phase. You can include your customers in the ideation and prototyping phase as well, but now in the fifth phase is the most important time to include your customer, to show them your concept, give it to their hands, and see how customers will react, how they will feel using your product. Will they understand how to use it? Will it solve their problem? The goal is not to sell your idea to the customer, but really observe and learn how they react, how they interact with it. Very often it happens that it just doesn't work. Customers do not like or do not understand what you've built. So in that case, you just go back to the prototyping phase and build again. The design thinking process is not a linear process, but more like stages that you are in when building something new. You jump back and forth. Maybe you have an idea, it doesn't work, so let's try something else. You just keep listening to customers, building things, listening again, showing to customers, it doesn't work, build something again, and over until you make something that works, that people like, people know how to use. This is how great products, both physical and digital, but also services and experiences are created. So as soon as you have a working prototype, working idea, your idea can go into production.